I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Hey, what's up? Wow, that was a quick transition. That was a coming in transition. I was not prepared for that. I kind of jerked me around a little bit.
Be prepared.
Hey, welcome to the Recovery Room. I'm T-Bone.
Well, Christy.
Minister Sean.
Minister
in the
Sean's
house.
back in the house. Made it back. We've had your chair there waiting for you to get back, and we missed you. We talked about you. We talked good about you. We didn't talk bad about you.
But you shouldn't have to lie to these people.
Shucky darn, they used to say.
They already know.
Shucky darn. Yeah, so it is Thursday, the what? The 9th of July. See, it's almost over.
Almost.
You better get right, because July is going to be gone. If there's something you're supposed to get done in July, you're running out of time. Okay? Yeah. Hey, listen, the sounds you hear in the background are sounds of, it sounds like loud, but it's really music.
It's progress.
Yeah.
Magic
it's
happens.
Speaking of
progress.
it being like, already over with July, like a lot of the restaurants do Christmas in July. We do like a Christmas in July recovery thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know something to think about.
Yeah, we'll do that. We got a lot of headroom here, Don. It's like atmospheric up here.
You could put a sign up there.
He's giving us room to grow.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you. Thank
Positivity.
you. Yes,
Positivity.
thank you so much.
Perspective.
That was deep.
Listen.
Show's over. We're gonna be done.
Oh, wait, no, we don't want all that. No,
Come on now. Now
no,
you're
never
showing our
mind.
best.
No.
Give us room to see.
That's good. That's good.
Wants to look at the back of your laptops.
Okay. And that is, that's a HP. I guess that's some false advertising
Now I
or
can't
something.
see. You goofed me up.
All right, so this is the Recovery Room. If you're not a member of the Recovery Room family yet on
Join our
Facebook,
family.
please join. Just go to Facebook, go in the search bar, type in the Recovery Room. I think where the main one that pops up, there's a little guy in bed. That little guy in the bed thing.
In the hospital bed.
In the hospital bed. There's a join button. I think some people join automatically if you're friends, and then there's some people that join. We got to answer. But we usually post our topic for the day there. But there's also a bunch of shared information. We got some people that are regulars that share their hope and their strength and their experience. And then we got some people who go there by accident and find a home. Maybe you could be one of those people. Just go and check it out. Today's posted topic is, and I think Don's got it on our category here too, is succeeding to fail.
And that's sometimes easier said than done.
Yeah, succeeding to fail. And I really like the picture that was posted. And what does the picture say? You got it there somewhere.
The picture says, where there's hope in the future, there's power in the present.
Yes, indeed, because you got something to look forward to, and succeeding to fail. I want to paint a picture for you, then we'll talk about it as we go along. But here's a really good picture of succeeding to fail. Okay, so you climb a tree, right? Mm-hmm. And you go out and you sit on a limb, and it's a pretty sturdy limb. So you're feeling secure. You're not like the bird who has wings, and so he doesn't concern himself about the branch's strength. If the branch breaks, they just fly away. But you, on the other hand, you're out there and you're trying to find the strongest branch possible. And so you get out there, and then you pull out of your pack, you pull your saw out, right? You start sawing. And where you're sawing, you're not sawing on the outside of you. You're sawing on the part next to the tree.
Okay.
It's like trying to sponsor yourself.
What's wrong with that?
If you succeed,
You will fail.
you will fall and fail.
Gravity doesn't take a break.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and you see that thing, gravity. Gravity is like faith and fear, right? You can't see either one of them, but you got to believe in them. You know, well, you don't have to believe in fear, but they're things that you do believe in that you can't see. Okay, but see, succeeding to feel, and for me, you know, I have these crazy thoughts as I'm riding down the street, and the air's blowing, and I got my my music playing, and I'm obviously trying to pay attention to the traffic, but I get some of my best thoughts when I'm riding, and so this thought came to me about succeeding to fail. All these times that we go out and we do everything in our power to accumulate whatever money it is that we need, or to do whatever services we need to render to get our drug of choice, whether it be in a double chocolate sundae, or whether it be some kind of sexual thing, or whether it be a drug of choice, or getting to the dog track. We do certain things. We do a variety of things to get there, and all of those things are designed to us to succeed at getting what is killing us, and therefore we fail. And I think that same energy, when applied properly, will get you wherever you want to go in life.
If you think about how much effort you put to that first mission of going out to use.
Think of that donkey with that stick and the string and a carrot in front of it.
Yeah.
I know.
Just being led around.
I know.
know?
That's what you're doing with your life right now.
Think about a big elephant who from a baby is trained to be held by a little stake in the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's one of the biggest, strongest animals on the planet, but it's been trained that he can't get away from that little stake with a thing around his neck and that little stake, knowing that he can rip that stake out, rip the whole doggone circus down, you know, but it's still stuck to like that carrot and that stake. You know, we had a really interesting, and we're going to do some things. It went crazy, but we're going to do, I think I figured out how we're going to do our interview. We did a great interview yesterday. Christy did a great interview yesterday with Dr. Howe. And man, we talked about a bunch of things, and there was some things that happened, so, you know, we didn't get a bunch of the stuff, but we got it all, the audio, and I'm talking about the stuff that was said is going to be stuff for the ages. There's a little bit of answer to most of the questions, but, you know, we talk about the 2190, right? We talk about if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a
Habit.
and if you do it for 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle. And see, Dr. Howe gave us another example of that yesterday, of how to train yourself to do that. And what he said is that what he requires his people around himself and anybody else is to do the thing that's in front of you. And we talk about this a lot. Do the thing that's in front of you. If, in fact, you walk by the trash can, right, and the trash needs to be empty, be the one that does that. You see it, do it. You never have a problem if there's a line in front of you.
It won't be there when you come back.
You know? And so this is a habit that we want people to start putting in their brain. If you're walking down the street, I got a friend who does it, and I used to say before I really realized it, why are you picking up somebody else's trash? They pick it up all the time. They're walking down the street, they'll pick it up and throw it in the garbage.
Well, just the other day, I was up in Gainesville visiting my mom's grave for the 23rd anniversary, of her passing, and went to a unbelievable, awesome Mexican restaurant up there. And I was eating outside the picnic tables, and there was just trash everywhere underneath the table. When we got done eating, we cleaned up around our area as well. And the other table were looking at us like, what are you guys doing?
You might need to repeat all that because that was pretty loud.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was eating. When I got done eating, picked up all the trash around the table I was at. Although the table they were looking at us kind of funny. I was curious about it, so I went and sat down in my vehicle before I left. I watched everybody, and they followed suit. They then picked up the mess that was there, left from whoever was there before that. And
Yeah. I got a video that I'm going to. Oh God, I dropped my thing. Then I'm going to show you guys that something just like that, and it happens all the time. There's this video of this concert, right? And there's this one guy, and he's really digging it. I don't know if he's he's high on life or whatever, but he's really digging it. And he's out there dancing and enjoying it, and everybody else is sitting around looking. The next thing is one other guy joins, and so forth and so on and so on. And the next thing you know, you've got everybody's dancing and enjoying themselves. You see, I'm gonna find our quotes here that says specifically that. Honey, can you give me my cord that I dropped? Or Don, could you give me my cord, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Here he comes, Mr. Producer. He's gonna
while
stick his
he's
head in
doing
there.
that, you guys can all hear all
There he is.
the noise in the background.
Yeah, that's good noise.
That's good noise because they're getting this already here at the farmer's market. They have a projected date of being open on the 14th. 14th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
All right, let's see what shows up.
Whoa.
there we go.
There it is.
More or less.
Okay, more or less. Wow, that's interesting. Hope it's on here. Oh yeah, there it is.
Call it up, I'll wait and see.
Wait a minute. There's a problem.
Okay.
A slight problem. We'll get there. Anyway, you guys talk amongst yourselves.
When I was up in Gainesville, I visited this little town, Gilchrist County. They've only had 2 cases of the virus since this whole thing came out.
In a college town?
It's outside of Gainesville. That's where like Blue Springs, Jenny Springs are, etc.
Yeah.
And only 2 cases since this whole thing.
Wow.
But your nearest neighbors, like, they're not there. You know, they're miles away. So staying at home, staying with people, obviously does have an impact. Get it?
Oh yeah, no, I'm enjoying your story. I was listening to you while I was doing this.
And
So.
I posted some of the pictures of our trip up there to Springs, and everyone was like, "Oh, there's nobody there." I'm like, "What's kind of the point? You don't want to, be like the idiots we're all at the beach, and then next thing you know, they're sick,
You want this stuff now?
Yeah. This is where we find ourselves, right? What were we talking about when I was talking about bringing this up? I kind of got lost in trying to find it. Pretty much is that our deepest fear is not. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And that's what I just want to keep putting out there every day. It's like we put so much energy and effort into our getting high or into our getting whatever sexual favors or whatever it is that our addiction is that is affecting our life adversely. We spend so much time getting those things that becomes our norm. That becomes who we are. Anything that you do consistently becomes who you are. So we were talking about doing what's in front of you. Okay? And that is a mentality that I'm looking for everybody to just adopt. Okay?
You're not chasing it when you're actually doing what's here.
Right, what's necessary, because what you'll find is that as you start doing those things, it replaces those other habits because it starts to feel good. See, those other things are the things that you're dreading, right? I mean, you know you got to dread thinking, oh man, God, how am I going to get this money? The price has gone up because of corona epidemic is scarce. I got to run up and down the street and all kinds of stuff. What am I going to do? You know, that dread. But when you have a mindset of compassion, 'cause you know what compassion is? Compassion is seeing a need and fulfilling it. And so when you've got that mindset, when you've got a mindset of there's something that needs to be done, just like Sean was talking about, hey, listen, there's trash here in this restaurant. Maybe the waitress is swamped doing something else. You know what I mean? And if you take it and you clean up your mess and somebody else's mess, you have alleviated another human being of something that they were stressing about. And if there's one reason to live in this life, it is to make other people's lives more easier. You know what I'm saying? It is to make other people's lives better. And it's an easy thing to accomplish. It's not difficult at all. You know, just do what's in front of you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
It's very similar to just hold the door open for somebody.
Yeah.
You know, it's a small, you know, gesture that, hey, we're all human.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly that. Exactly that. And being that is you know, when you hear that saying, I'm only human. Man, that somebody should just hit you right upside the head as soon as you say that. I'm only human.
Be like, boom, hey,
What
you
do
know
you
what?
mean
You
you're
bleed
human?
red.
You need to,
Yeah.
you need to take up the only and like add an exclamation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that I'm only human. It is that I am human, and that makes me like, you know, I'm like the big dog in the animal kingdom. You know what I mean? I'm the hierarchy of the animal kingdom. There's no such thing as only him. You ever taken time to look at the system that is human? You know, first of all, we got the greatest computer known on the planet that's right here in our brain, and I don't know how much this thing would cost on eBay or Amazon
Amazon
Prime.
will have it cheap, I'll tell you right.
Yeah, that's right. Amazon Prime. But I can tell you one thing, you got it for free. And you utilize this much of it. And you got this much time on this planet, and you waste all that time, you don't get it back. And then you go to your grave having not fulfilled your mission. That's the ultimate sin. You want to know what rest in peace means? Rest in peace means that you have laid down finally and you did what you were supposed to do in this life. Then you rest in peace. And that's one man's opinion. I could be wrong, but you know, I feel like, you know, I feel like farmers. You know, it's like I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two.
Yes.
You know, we are farmers. You know, so and so do you. And so do you. And so are you. You are farmers too, because you've seen it, especially addicts. Man, we see some things that the majority of the world never gets to see.
Well,
You know?
is that something you really saw, or something that the
Yeah. Was it really real?
Were you really like, who were you talking to when you grabbed that remote control for the TV and talked to him 2 hours on the phone?
Oh
I
man.
have no idea who I was talking to that day, and I was out of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, a lot of time. We've been through
if I wasn't so sick, I probably would have enjoyed all the hallucinations and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
say the addict brain and behavior and mentality, just not even in a drug zone, but just the addict brain and mentality and disease you feel like you've lived through a lot.
Yeah.
in any way, the obsession, the chasing, the
Man, I'm gonna
It's
tell you one
tiresome.
thing. I'll tell you one thing. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. I love getting up in the morning every morning and doing the same thing over and over and over because I like what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong to anybody. Let me wait till the song finishes. Hey, Jaquavian, what's happening, man? Judy, I know. Hey, Judy, how you doing? We're so busy talking. I know you've got some stuff that you want. What are you doing? You can't use your finger. Trying to use her finger on her screen like she got one of them updated computers. She got one of them expensive ones.
I confuse the two.
It was until my daughter got hold of it.
Oh, Lord, Jesus, criminy.
Snap, crackle,
It's
pop.
gone. Bye-bye.
All right, she was talking about the ability to understand and share the feelings of another.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we take that for granted so much.
All right.
And Jaquavian, this is one of my kids. Well, he's a teenager now. I got him when he was about 5 or 6 years old in my after-school program, and he's still around, and we still communicate. And I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of you, Jaquavian. You've proven to me that I didn't misjudge you. You were great then, and you're great now, and I appreciate you. Okay, in case somebody told you that today. Anyway, so what's that?
He says, when someone says I'm only human, it sounds like an excuse to intentionally make mistakes and continually make mistakes, excuse me, without taking accountability for their actions.
Wow.
Accountability is a vital thing to do as humans.
Wow.
Very nice.
Bravo.
Nice.
Bravo. Well said, Jaquavian. And again, today and whatever for the next little while, you guys just bear with us with the noise. We're in our studios here in the Onikos Farmers Market, which we will be talking a whole lot more about coming up. This is going to be a place that will be a destination for all you shopaholics, for sure, because there'll be a little bit of everything in here, and we'll be doing broadcasts and so forth from here, and it's going to be awesome.
They're still going to do the drive-in movies when they
Oh
open
yeah,
up?
yeah. Oh, it's gonna be better then because
Right,
we'll have
right.
all the traffic and more people knowing about it, and we'll be doing music. It's just gonna be a really fun place. Sean has talked about doing motorcycle washing, bikini motorcycle washing. I'm all for that. Hey, the producer. Hey, me too.
We're bringing in the bikinis, correct?
The
He's
same
not the one
girls that used to do the
washing the
bikini
No, he's
wash.
not gonna have the bikini on. No.
No, the same girls that used to do the bikini wash for the Harley thing.
Yeah.
That's who.
Yeah. All right, I want to show you guys this video.
Most definitely. Quavian said he wants to come on the show.
Yeah, he's coming on. Yeah. right? That's a classic. And the point of it is that, like Sean said, oh, you're not off, Don.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Why not?
There we go.
Hey, there we go. It's contagious. And that's what we're trying, what we want to have happen here, because I call that celebrating recovery. That's my video for celebrating recovery, because when you get one of us that is so happy about it, maybe we get a couple more that are really happy about it, and then that thing spreads, and people are able to see the beauty of recovery, because we can talk about it till we blue in the face.
Well,
You know?
speaking of the recovery thing, so I did see my sister Eileen when I went up to Gainesville, and she's like, let me get this straight. So you're a minister now? I'm like, yeah, go figure. So I showed her she's like, let me see these credentials. Showed her the credentials. That night she went online, did everything, and she's like, guess who's a minister now? So my sister went and did it. So it's contagious.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it is contagious.
Now, because she's a master pastry chef, and I didn't realize this, there's actually wedding cake committees that judge your wedding cakes.
Mm-hmm.
So going on over 15 years in a row in Gainesville, she got ready to make the best wedding cakes.
Right.
So now she could bake the cake.
Right.
She can
Right,
marry
right.
the people, and
Right.
she also sings.
Yeah, so she can sing at the thing. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing.
Wow.
It's a thing of beauty.
Just want to take it over.
And who would have thought that her younger brother would have been part of the catalyst for that?
So it's contagious.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We want you guys to have hope. That's what that thing said, right? When there is hope in the present, there's the future looks bright. I mean, and that's what we need here. We need for you guys to see that there's a. Hold on. Hopefully they're gonna build this all tonight, or at least by Monday. At least
hear
by
you.
Monday.
You guys work real hard. all
Yeah,
weekend.
we love it. We love the sound. We've been waiting for this for a year. I've been waiting for this noise for a year, and so this is music to my ears. So anyway, yes, we're trying to. I ride down the street every day. Again, I talk about this a lot because it's one of my favorite things to do. I ride a motorcycle, and and motorcyclists have a what would we like to call it?
Well, it's wind therapy is what I call it.
Yeah, wind therapy. But I'm talking about our acknowledgement of each other.
You always throw the peace.
You throw out the peace sign.
Yeah.
If you're riding down the street and you're on your bike, right, you pass another cyclist, you throw them the peace sign, but it's also a prayer. It's also safe travels. And
It also lets you know the road's clear ahead.
yeah, the road's
If
clear
you see
ahead.
someone like that, that means
Yeah.
the popo's up there doing a speed trap. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, and
we
so,
have our own language.
Yeah,
you know?
most cyclists have their own language, and so what we want to create here is a language for addicts. We want to, when we're walking down the street or we walk in the store, and it doesn't matter because we're going to find out, we're going to make this a sign, right? I don't know if it's going to be something like this or whatever. And if you walk by somebody, they do like this, and the other person does it back, you guys are acknowledged, yes, I'm a fellow addict. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. To be acknowledged, to say, yes, I'm in that struggle with you, but I got your back should you need me. But it's also, I'm in recovery and I'm celebrating and I'm proud of it. Because I know I am. I mean, I'm really, really proud. I'm excited. I'm excited to come here every day and talk about it. And I know, hold on. And I know that I've done this consistently for no money, for no accolades, none of that stuff, only because we've done it, only because we care. And I know that there's been about 600 times that it's been done. And I'm hoping that at least one person each show has heard something that changed their mindset on their addiction, whatever that addiction is. And if that is the case, then this is all worth it. It's worth everything. And so right now, like I said, like farmers, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, and I can't tell you how you are going to get here. I can tell you how I got here and hopefully give you the hope that you can get here. Wherever here is for you. Here for me is living my authentic life. Here for me is not robbing or stealing or cheating or doing anything like that. Here for me is I spend my days trying to spread peace and love and hope. Everywhere I go, I try to be upbeat in the situation. I don't try to contribute to the woes. If somebody's having a bad day, I try to cheer them up. That's my whole life. That's nice. That's nice.
Like this Saturday, I'm teaching a gun safety course for a bunch of like kids that are 15 and younger.
Sweet.
It's
Sweet.
I think a lot of kids get hurt because they don't understand the weapon, this and that. And I'm not saying that a child or anyone under age 18 should be around a loaded weapon, or you need to treat every weapon like it is loaded. But it's good that they understand the knowledge of the weapon.
Yes, absolutely.
Knowledge is power.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
When I grew up in Miami, there was gun safety was a required course, and once a month a police officer was in there teaching everybody about gun safety. And you got to hold this 357. You're like, wow.
Yeah, this is cool. And then you don't take it for granted,
No.
you know. So Don has given me a completely different view of my Facebook here with his connection with this what do you call these things? HDMI cord. But I appreciate it. It's working. That's the main thing for me.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interacting with you, Don, which is a rare thing.
Usually he's cussing.
It's
And
just
Yeah.
gonna go 2 ways.
Yeah. And so too can that video that we showed. That video can go both ways. So you can have people that are celebrating, but a lot of time the way that we get ourselves into trouble is following the masses. That's how a bunch of us actually started using in the first place, because we followed a group of people who we thought were cool or something, and we emulated them, and then we ended up, see, like Doc said, I mean, I'm telling you, when you get all this information from Doc, you're going to be, and this is what I love about the recovery room. This is where it's all going. We're growing, and we're getting more information, because information is king. Resources and all are king, and we want you guys to have them. But as Doc was also saying, what was I saying? I got so much going on in my brain right now. Are you anybody paying attention to me? Are you guys paying attention to me out there? Because I forgot where I was going with it.
I was trying.
Yeah. Don't call me Joe. Don't call me Sleepy Joe. Hey, anyway, let me change gears. Yes, Jacavian, you need to come on. Let's talk about it after this so we can get you on. You'll be our representative for those young people out there.
A friend of mine commented, said that she's never seen dancing like that at a Motorhead show. I was like, nope.
Yeah. No, it's actually a cool video. You guys, I think if you go back and look to get the link or whatever, it's something to watch, something to share with people, because it is where we are. We're human beings, and that's what we are first and foremost. We're human. We're not black or white or when you fill out an application and what's your ethnicity, it's like none of your damn business.
I'm glad you said that. So last weekend I went to trade my Tundra in, and the main guy in charge of the whole sales event at Gettle, he happened to be black, and they asked me what color vehicle I wanted. I said, I don't care. I don't see color. And everyone stopped what they were doing. They were like, what? I'm like, it's a car.
Yeah.
I don't care what color. I said, I don't want white because it's going to show up all the dirt in Florida. But they're not. I don't care. And when I was up in Gainesville, when I saw my brother George up there, who's black, we adopted him when I was probably 13 or so. Well, he's getting ready to get married, and I was telling him the story about that. And his girl, Susan, goes, "You're colorblind?" And I looked at George and looked back at her. I said, well, I guess maybe I am, because I don't see color.
Yeah.
To me, a person's a person. I don't care,
Exactly.
You got white assholes, you got black
Oh
assholes.
my God.
Yes, that
And
came
all-
out of Minister Sean's
And we
mouth.
have Minister Sean.
In,
You know.
in all shapes and sizes. In all shapes and sizes, without a doubt. Okay, so I am going to put up our daily, this is our daily one. This is one that on a daily basis we're going to have to show you guys, because this is where we are. It says, imagine how incredible you'd be 1 year from now if you stopped fantasizing about a better life and actively started building one. You know, actively started being that person that cleans up behind yourself, first of all. That's the first stop. You know, we like to call it internal intellectual re-engineering, because it's all inside. I ask you this and I'll ask you every day, where do you see me? Do you see me? Where do you see me? Do you see me on this TV screen? No, you don't see me on the TV screen. You see me in your brain. Okay? There's a collection of lights and colors and images and all that stuff that create an image of me in your brain. That's where it all starts, people. That's where it all starts. It all starts with this 6 inches of matter between your ears. And again, that is, on eBay is one price, and on Amazon is another price. But again, you got it for free. Use it. Use it. My daddy used to always ask me, "Whoa, what you got, spaghetti for brains?"
Well, then you're like, spaghetti sounds kind of good. Put some garlic
Spaghetti,
with that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mental pig.
yeah. And he also used to always say, "Son, be smarter than the tool.
Don't be a tool.
Don't be a tool."
Well, when I was teaching the welding classes at FSU, my favorite tool was the MFH adjustment tool.
Huh?
Mother blank blank hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I know that one.
people were like, what?
I know that one.
How about
Oh,
this?
it got quiet.
Don't cry over the past, it's gone. Don't stress about the future, it hasn't arrived yet. Live in the present and make it beautiful.
Hello.
Beautiful.
There's some controversy. So tell me, what did you think about the interview with Dr. Howe yesterday?
It was good. It was wonderful.
That's all she's got.
She was boasting all about it all the time.
That's all you got now.
She was, and then today, it was okay.
I absolutely love talking to him. He's great. The information that comes out of his head, just like, I love it. I don't doubt why he was the one that was like the answers to where I am now.
Yeah, and I want you to elaborate on this, but she had a real aha moment during the course of that interview, because she said, looking at him, he said, "You're the guy who got me here." You're the guy who got me
No,
here.
it's just in the midst of talking, I'm like you did with me. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be sharing that information with you guys, because there's some of you guys that are out there that need to have that same experience, that aha moment, that experience where you go, wow, I am clean and sober.
Yeah, because I was sitting there and I was like, obviously as I came in here, I was ready to get on the Subutex and, go through that period. It was a little harder with the alcohol, and I'm like, I've got, this I'm clean. It's like, no, you've got longer than that. And then, yeah, there's a couple just moments.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was.
I to share it with you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, without a doubt. So,
She hasn't tried to burn the house down in a long time.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Thanks, Sean.
this is true.
Well, I can't just pick at him about the tooth. I got to throw something else.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the house burning down would have been a little bit worse than the two.
But you're not the first one to try to burn the house down.
Hey, I'm doing better.
Yeah. All right, let me get this one up, Don. Be strong enough to walk away from what's hurting you. See, and leave it up, please. Be strong away to walk. To be strong enough to walk away from what's hurting you. See, that's one of the things that is the toughest part. It's just like every other habit. That hurt it has become a part of your existence, and it is just like anything else with human beings. When we get rid of something, it doesn't matter what it is. When we lose something, we grieve it. We grieve it, and so we grieve the hurt going away, which is an amazing thought. But that's how this brain works. Okay? But then it also says, be patient enough to wait for the blessings you deserve. And God knows you deserve them. Nobody deserves to live their life every day under duress and feeling like they're the scum of the earth and all that. Because no, you're not. You're a child of God, and God don't make no mistakes, man. You know, and when you were born, before you were born, there was something that you were born here to do. Thanks, Don. There was something that you were born here to do. And you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You can't miss the opportunity to do it, because not only do you miss the thing that could set your sails, fill your sails and set your heart afire. The world misses the opportunity. It's just like Eileen's cakes, right? If she wasn't this award-winning cake maker, the people would not have got to experience it, judge them, and or taste them. That little moment of, man, you know, Sean knows how it is. That little moment of when you put it in your mouth and it just explodes all in your head, and you go, oh, like the Edwina Gaines. Ooh, I'll tell you more about the Edwina Gaines, but this is the universal. Oh, that's so good. Ooh.
It's funny because I asked my sister about one of her cake recipes, and she goes, "Oh, well, you need this Belgian chocolate. You can only get it delivered in so much at a time." I go, "That's fine. Just let me get the thing." And she told me that a friend of hers also wanted the recipe, and she's like, "Yeah, the chocolate gets delivered to you at 5 kilos at a time." And I'm like,
kilos?
How much chocolate are we talking about?
What kind of cake are you baking?
Wow.
Well,
So I'm looking for a bunch of the people that want some kilos of chocolate. Just saying.
you might be careful how you advertise that.
Be like, look at them investors for Belgium chocolate.
Yeah. So, guys, we got to make light of this thing, because right now we live in a world where in a world where we've got 2 medical emergencies going on simultaneously, and one is overshadowing the other right now, and we can't allow that to happen. People are still dying from overdoses. In fact, Christy read something today you told me about. What was it?
Well,
Isolation.
Yes, it was actually, I'm sure it's going on everywhere, but specifically there was a county in California that actually had more deaths from isolation, suicides than COVID cases. And I'm sure that's going on everywhere. And then,
You got people that are social.
oh, yeah, and depending on, and then I was also just pulling up this article that the corona crisis is disrupting the treatment for the other epidemic being addiction. And of course that's huge, and that's...
Yeah. And you know what I didn't realize, and because you think you know everything, I didn't realize, because doctor yesterday said also he's not for methadone. I thought methadone was considered one of the medically assisted treatment drugs, but it's a separate thing, at least according to him. We'll talk more about it. We're going to go interview him. I'm going to do my interview of him next week, and we're going to put it all together, and we'll be showing it to him in a series. But put this one up, Don, 'cause I think this one's funny. This is this is how it really should be, right? Life journey is not to arrive to the grave safely in a well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, totally worn out, shining. Oh shit, what a ride!
And whoever Bob is, hey Bob, we saw your name.
Yeah, Bob. Hey, Bob. It's spelled the same backwards and forward too. Just like mom. Anyway, Yeah, you got don't rest on your laurels. I mean, so many people have found themselves conforming and procrastinating and not living their authentic life. And this is the one thing that about the mask, because I'm all about the mask, even though it doesn't make a bit of sense. But I'm all about the mask. But the only thing about the mask for me is that I'm really big on smiles, right? And so,
Don't make me go to man.
damn it, I set myself up. Damn, I set myself
I
up.
need my MFH adjustment tool. Where
Where is that? And so you can't see people's smiles, but just in the same thing, you can't see their missing teeth either. So I guess that's kind of,
Yeah, no smile. Or you go, yeah, what a man.
hey, you go, hey, baby. I'm smiling underneath this mask. Nice tooth.
Chris, you got something to say there? You bite your tongue, you bite your tooth.
I bite your tummy, your tooth.
Speaking of teeth, I saw this weird thing on there. People are taking their loved ones' teeth after they passed away,
That
and they're
was
making
so
jewelry out of putting
bad.
on rings. No.
Yeah,
Just-
guys.
Epic fail. That was disgusting.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
All right, let's go with this one here. We kind of like this one because this is the truth.
Absolutely.
Things sometimes get worse before they get better. Just keep on going. That is the truth personified.
It's like the calm before the storm. You know what that came from, right?
Oh, go ahead.
That's like
Enlighten us.
when the hurricane hits you, then you're in the eye, you think it's all over with.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And you're bleep, bleep, bleep as
Yeah,
it goes
yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over with. Yeah.
We just disappeared. What happened to what happened to so and so?
You went that way.
They just said sometimes things get worse before they get better, but that's okay, because there's a biblical thing that says weeping may endure the night, but joy comes in the morning.
There's a rehab thing that says every rock bottom has a trap door.
Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. And so I can only again say to you that from where I sit, it's worth everything you got to go through. Is that quiet?
Yeah, there's nobody banging.
I was like, wait a
What
minute.
happened?
It's
Where's
quiet.
a pin? It's close enough.
Okay,
Yeah, I can hear
listen
it.
to that. Yeah, again, those are the sounds of joy, because that's us having the opportunity to expose you guys to all these very cool entrepreneurs. And see, and this is the thing we don't talk about this farmers market. The price for a spot in this farmers market is really inexpensive, and so you're giving entrepreneurs an opportunity that wouldn't have it otherwise. Because of the rent that you'd have to pay and all the different hoops you got to jump through to rent a space, to open a restaurant or whatever it is. This place is giving entrepreneurs an opportunity to do it in an affordable thing, and then also have a built-in clientele. Because it's one thing to open, and I know because I've done it twice, I'm never doing it again. But anyway, it's one thing to open a business. I've had 2 restaurants, one a coffee shop and one a restaurant, and it's great. It's so great, and when you're making money, it's great. But when you got no clientele, because I did one in Gainesville, and Gainesville is where the University of Florida is, and if school is out, you out.
Yeah.
You're out. We're banging during school. We're just can't keep up. But when school is out, it's like the crickets.
You're talking like
Crickets.
200,000 people leave town
Yeah.
in a small town.
Yeah, you're gone. I mean, and you're just like, okay, well, I guess we got to eat this stuff.
And even those who have a job working in the restaurant industry, whatever else, they go pick up a second and a third job just to get their 40 hours in. They'll combine to 3 different jobs.
Yeah. So this is a really great place. The energies here is awesome. Everything about it is awesome, and we want you guys to come and check it out. I don't have what the movies are quite yet. Maybe I got the email and I didn't see it. But Wednesday night there's a family movie, and then Saturday night there's a movie. Both starting at sunset, whatever that is,
Like
9 o'clock. It is the new thing. I mean, Robert De Niro is opening up a chain of drive-ins around the country. Brooks, what's his name? Blake Shelton is doing drive-in concerts. The drive-in is the new, it's coming back, and rightfully so during this time of separation where you have to socially distance and all that. You're pretty socially distanced in your car except for the people that you live with, and if y'all got it, y'all all got it already anyway. And so it fits in really nicely. And so we got a parking lot out here. We got the screen up there. These guys did a really good job. Don did a good job putting the technical part together. And so we got a drive-in here. Now, I mean, it's just all kind of cool stuff happening. There'll be produce. There'll be a little bit of everything here. In fact, I think we should give our sponsors a shout out if that's possible. That would be great. Business, man. We got to come back.
POWarriors.com, the website created to connect our brave men and women of the armed forces, first responders, and medical personnel to our community of businesses and services that honored their service. POWarriors.com, protecting our warriors who protect us.
Haven. Spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201-5226. The Hammock Haven. Chillax a minute.
We're back.
All right.
Oh, hey.
He's like,
I was looking really enjoying Jaquavian's response here. I mean, that's really well put, Jaquavian. I really like it a lot. And we did Miss Judy's definition of empathy, which, you know, sympathy is one thing, right? You can have sympathy for a person, but that kind of puts you in a superior kind of mindset. You're kind of looking down on someone. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. Empathy, on the other hand, is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another.
And that reminds me. So if someone says, "Oh, well, bless his heart,"
Oh no, you know something's going down.
that just means they're dumb as a box
Dumb
of
as a
rocks.
box of rocks.
You know?
Bless his heart. Oh Lord, yeah, that's the worst one. And I know some people that say it, and they talking bad about somebody. They don't bless his heart.
Well, I heard this when I was up in the Springs, and I almost wet my tan pants. I was laughing so hard.
Bless
You
his
know.
heart. Yeah, that's crazy. I know that one. Bless his heart. Yeah. So, what is it? Oh, we got about 7 minutes. Christy, you got anything you want to share with your Nubians? I know you're working hard putting some stuff together.
Again, I'm just happy with what I'm seeing as far as people reaching out and kind of making a choice to trying to decide to trying to get clean, trying to make it their day one, reaching out for help and resources, trying to show the support that I can. I know it's not easy.
Nobody said it was going to be
But,
easy.
so there comes a day when you realize turning the page is the best feeling in the world because you realize there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we didn't come this far just to come this far.
Nope.
You know what I mean? We came this far because, you know, we had a mission, and we're on a mission, and you don't stop until it's completed. So you go as far as you can go, and then you learn how to stop and rest for a minute, and then you can go out. Don't exhaust yourself to where you know it's like the first of the year, right? We talked about this 2020. See how quick it's already gone by? 7 months in already. We just talked about it 7 months ago.
I can't imagine what next year is gonna.
Oh my God! Don't even want to try to imagine.
I
So
know.
who'd imagine this stuff?
No, I mean before in the past you're like, yeah, wait till next year we're gonna do this and do that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh please Lord, you know.
I think
No.
like what you were talking about earlier as far as sorry, I just totally lost my train of thought.
That's been happening to me too. It's just so much information. But the reality is this though. But if nobody's told you they love you today,
We
let us
love
be the
you
first
guys.
one. We love you guys, but it's not with any kind of love. It's with this kind of love. The great late Dr. Martin Luther King said it best. It's an agape love. And look it up and check out agape. But he's kind of describes it. Agape is something of the understanding, creative, redempting goodwill for all men. For all men, not white men, not black men, not women, not just for the human race in general. It's a love that seeks nothing in return. You see, that's the reality. It is an overflowing love. It is what theologians would call the love of God working in the lives of men. And when you rise to love on this level, you begin to love men. Not because they are likable, because God loves them. And you see, this is the thing. And you hear people saying, oh yeah, you believe in God. How could God let this happen? Well, see, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. It's the stupidest thing ever. God don't do nothing. We do it. God only created all this so we can have it to work with. Okay? He don't pull the strings and make floods happen. That's not how it works. That's just nature. But the things that happen and that, bad in life, most of those are perpetuated by us. The corona and all of these things, that's perpetuated by man. And how we deal with it is what's important. And so it's a matter of dealing with what's in front of you. That's what we've determined, right? That's what I got out of yesterday. It was that was the thing, I got a bunch out of it. I got so much that I couldn't remember what it was. But that one thing I did get out of it, though, is that do that thing which is in front of you. Do that thing that is the most important thing. And there's this thing called eating the frog. Ooh, I'm sorry. He hates frogs.
It's like
Damn
chicken.
frog.
They're good.
There's a thing called eating the frog. And what eating the frog is that if you wake up in the morning, eat the frog first. The rest of the day is just, it's easy. It's nothing to it.
See, I started the day with a bowl of chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
How can you ever bet there was a bowl of chocolate ice cream, some brownie on there,
Yeah.
chocolate syrup,
Run, go tell back.
Yeah.
and God willing, if you do die, you're like, huh,
Yeah,
at least I
happy.
had that chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, I'm
you
happy.
know?
Happy as a Lord.
I mean, you might think, why did I put more sprinkles on there? I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to read our whole part of our thing. I did not do that, and I think it's necessary. If I can find it, give me 1 second. So much going on here. So how much time we got?
3 minutes.
We got 3 whole minutes. That's awesome. Well, I thought it was on here.
Well-
It was on here earlier.
How about this?
How about this?
Struggles are required in order to survive in life, because in order to stand up, you gotta know what falling down is like.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's
Yeah,
deep.
that's deep. Yeah, I don't know how I lost it.
What do you think?
Marion Williams.
When I was up there in Gainesville, I saw
That's
a friend of mine I hadn't seen since 1995. He was the driver of the vehicle I was in, in a head-on collision when Hungry Howie's manager lost control of his car, hit us head-on. And a friend of mine died from complications in the accident. And my friend Lindsay, he's still in a wheelchair. And I hadn't seen him since 1995. And it was really, really good seeing him. And it was if you're in an accident like that, that's so horrific. Like you ask yourself, well, why am I walking, standing, and he's in a wheelchair? And just don't do that. Be thankful for God, to God, that you have what you have.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's a will to live. Be thankful for that
Right.
guy. He's in a wheelchair, but he's still got that will to live.
Yeah, he got married, and he's happy. You know, not saying you to get married and you're not happy, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's gone on living his life.
Yeah.
You know, accepting what he couldn't change.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right. Yeah. Guys, you only got one life to live.
Tom's saying to wind it down.
Yeah, winding it down. Hey guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back on Monday.
We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Be safe out there.
Peace. It's not your aptitude, it's your attitude that determines your altitude. So it is. Peace.
You sailed away and left me with nothing to say. You already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not.